Black men, I think we need you. I think America needs.
Hell no. Is this thing on? Did y'all hear that? Can y'all hear me? I said hell no. Hell no. Did you catch it that time? Okay. See, black folks are resting. We are healing. We are taking Jill Scott's advice and we are living our life like it's golden, baby. And we are here for it. See, our job was done in November when we sat the fuck down. And we said, y'all can get this one on your own. We sat the fuck down and we told y'all we was going to rest. And that's what we are doing. Our black men included. They are resting. This is your fight. This is the same system that y'all built, y'all nurtured, y'all fought for, you fed, and you're protecting. This ain't us. This ain't our fight. Does it affect us? Absolutely. It's not our fight though. I mean, hell. But you know what? I find really funny every time America starts to go to shit and sets itself on fire. Y'all come calling for us like we Captain Save-A-Ho. We are not your superheroes. We're not. Hell no, in case you didn't hear it the first time. We are not your cleanup crew. We are not your in-house healing team. We are not your moral compass. We are not your redemption arc. We want no parts of this. Because see, we told y'all what to do to avoid this. Y'all didn't listen to us. And now we are in it. And because y'all didn't listen to us, this is something y'all gotta fix, not us. Because see, once the smoke clears, y'all gonna go back right back to treating us like second class, three-fourths human, disposable, till you need us again. And I don't like it. I don't like it. So no, we're not doing it. Not this time. I'm looking around trying to find anything else for me to do, for them to do. Anything else. I need a pillow so a brother can kick his motherfucking feet up. Cause hell no. My brother, if y'all want saving, save your damn selves and leave us the fuck alone. Now, I am going to return to my bed where I am comfortable, resting, healing, and living my life like it's golden.
Black people, we resting, right? We rubbing our feet together under our heated blankets, drinking our peach tea, reading a book, watching some housewives, learning a line dance, just chilling, right? Okay. Now that I got that out the way, I know you guys have heard, because it's been all over TikTok, that they are tearing up the Black Lives Matter mural. And yeah, we didn't ask for it. It was appreciated, but we didn't ask for it. And yeah, we're still not coming. You can keep prodding, you can keep poking, you can keep doing what you are doing. We still aren't coming because we know what that means. We understand the assignment and we won't be joining the party. Okay. So yeah, black folks, let me know how you feel about this in the comments, please.
Black people rest. Don't listen to what the mother folks are telling you. That you always have to be ready. Ready to fight. Ready to put your life on the line. There's no rest for the wicked. The righteous rest. Black people rest. And regain your energy. Continue to practice organized indifference. You are allowed to rest. You're allowed to not always have to be a workhorse. There are people really saying black people can't rest, and we need to always be ready. We need to get up and fight. How many years of that? How many years of that is it going to be? When do black people get to rest? Now, and we're going to. If you are a black person, rest. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Yeah, the black people are still passing on the message very loud and clear. We are still resting. Leave us alone. The black people are telling this to those people, those ethnic groups, the white people, the Latino, who are busy begging them, oh, come out and help us fight this administration. Come out and help us fight Trump. He is deporting our people. He is detaining our people, even if they are legal or illegal. Life is so hard. Please, let's go together and protest. We need black strategy in the streets. We need black bodies. You know, black people have said we are resting still further notice, and we are not coming out anytime soon. We are focusing on our black businesses and our black problems. Your problems are not our problems anymore. We did what we had to do in November, and yet our time, I guess, it's over. It is now time for us to take a 3 to 4 years vacation of the matter. We are not protesting with you guys. We are not going back to the streets. We are not providing the resilience you always know, because blacks, we are still resting. So please, leave black community alone. Leave us alone. Leave the black people alone. This is just some of the message these black people are trying to pass to these ethnic groups and to these white folks, Latinos, and those people who are literally crying and begging for black help, knowing very well that they are the ones who did the things, who voted for the things that are happening in the society or in America right now. So in this video, I want us to look into their commentaries, and then I'll be giving my comments at the end of this video.
This is a message for the black community and those who support it. We are still resting, but there is a tide shift. For one, 47 is very confused as to why we are not taking to the streets. He doesn't understand it. He just knew that using tax dollars to tear up the Black Lives Matter street, that was going to do it. Tearing down the buildings with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, he was sure that floating the rumor of pardoning Derek Chauvin would do it. His executive order to bring back segregation, all of his attacks on DEI, even though black people benefit the least from DEI, he was sure that would do it. It hasn't. And one thing that they didn't plan on at the end of the election, something that happened on November 5th, 2024, is when we all went into the voting booth and voted, and we were the only demographic that was united and held strong for democracy in this country. The 92% of black women who knew the assignment and knew what the stakes were, because we always do. The 78% of black men who held it down because they knew what would happen if they didn't. The black community knew the assignment. We became on the same wavelength. When Target did their thing, we collectively made them an example. Walmart, also losing money. Amazon, also losing money. Now, granted, allies that support the black community, the LGBT community, women, they've all been a part of that too. But black people have collectively been on the same wavelength. But in Trump's desperation to get us out into the streets, he is becoming more and more dangerous with his executive orders. On April 28th of this year, he signed an executive order. The executive order is titled Strengthening and Unleashing America's Law Enforcement to Pursue Criminals and Protect Innocent Citizens. Now, we all know that Trump don't give a crap about innocent citizens, because if he did, he would care about due process, and he wouldn't try to get rid of habeas corpus, because that is how you know that a citizen is innocent or not. So what they want to do in this executive order is give cops more power and permission to profile, to brutalize people that they just think are guilty. That means us. He is trying to create another George Floyd, another situation that will get us into the streets. I say this so that we all can be cautious and we can all see and know what he is trying to do. This executive order further militarizes the police that were already militarized with tanks and riot gear that apparently they do not need when people are protesting that are of a lighter shade, but they need it for us. This also further protects law enforcement officers who are accused of misconduct or police brutality. Protects them because we know that they need to make it home to their families, but you don't need to make it home to yours. They fear for their life, even though they're the ones holding the weapon and pointing it at your back. This executive order also does something that we have already seen. This executive order threatens state and local officials who discriminate by enacting diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. If state and local officials are being inclusive, advocating for diversity and equity, they can be charged with discrimination charges. Now, Trump's DOJ's Civil Rights Department, who have defended the civil rights of people for 70 years now, they are no longer defending the rights of Black and brown people, LGBT people, women, all of those people who are usually discriminated against. They are no longer going to be representing them. So if you have an issue of discrimination, the DOJ will no longer represent you because of discrimination. make it make sense. They will now be focusing their attention on discrimination against white Christian people, because they are the most discriminated group by far. Yeah. Now, I say all this to say there's a tide shifting. Even though Black people are resting, we are focusing in on our communities, our Black-owned businesses, our children, our education, all of that. Yes, we need to continue doing all of that. I have seen a shift in the boldness of these racist people. Neo-Yahtzee rallies and marches up there in Kansas City. YT women calling little autistic Black children the N-word, getting $750,000 for that. But then there have been videos of Black people letting those racist people know, who think we are going back to the 1930s, during the times that we were hanging in trees, that they were having picnics with us as the main course. Times where they could tell us which swimming pools to swim at, which water fountains to go to, where to sit on the bus. Alabama today is trying to resegregate its schools. Problem is, Black people like me were born into freedom. It's going to be real hard to put that genie back in the box. So even though Black people are resting, we're not going back to 1930. We are a different breed. But I say, be cautious, because 47 has already started putting things in place, specifically for us, because he wants us to protest. And when we protest, he will enact martial law. And he already has the orders in place to do that. We need to know the enemy that we are fighting. So what do? Stay out of the street. Do not protest, no matter what happens. What we will do is we will continue to organize and protest with our wallets, cheer on our allies who are out in the street, strengthen the Black community, and to be there for each other. We will continue to support Black-owned business with our wallets and our presence. We will continue to be united as we were on the 5th of November 2024 when we tried to save this country. We will continue to do what we do best, thrive in our excellence, even during the hardest times. Love y'all. I don't usually say this, but share this video to somebody that you think needs to hear it.
Did I hear about the No King protest? Oh, yeah. I was looking at this shit on social media, man. That ain't for us. No, that ain't for Black folks. No, they wanted the king and shit. See, you know, them Europeans and shit. They used to shit like that. Well, you know, I thought they ran from Europe and England and shit to come over here, I guess, supposedly to get away from a tyrant and a dictator and a king and shit. And evidently, you know, I guess they miss it. You know, they got to miss it. They want to go back to it. But here's the thing about it. This 2025, I really don't know how they feel like they're going to achieve that. You know, with you know, it's 42 million of us here. Shit, I don't feel like, you know, you're gonna keep fucking with us and think we gonna goddamn fall up on the king and shit. We done been up under this.
The word protest has a different meaning for white people than it does for Black people. Let me put it this way. Black protest is a scream from the fire, and white protest is a complaint about the smoke.
First of all, you didn't listen to a word I said. I never said protests don't work. What I said is Black people aren't going to protest. The reason Black people aren't going to protest is the very reason that you're bringing up MLK and the civil rights movements. When Black people show up to protest, we are met with violence. You bring up Martin Luther King and the civil rights movement, forgetting completely that we sent Black children in who were fire hosed and they had sent dogs on them. Do you remember that? The National Guard had to walk elementary school children into the schools against angry adult white mobs. Do you remember that? We are met with violence. BLM was 93% peaceful. Yet the optic is that it was violent. They're called riots. That's not what happened. We are met with violence. That's why we did not show up. We did you a favor so that you could have an optic of a peaceful protest, because you are not met with violence. How do I know you're not met with violence? Because you all stormed the Capitol and nothing basically happened. If Black people had stormed the Capitol, they would have shot us as we climbed the fence. You need to get out of, I'm in a bubble? You gotta be kidding me. Yes, there was a need to protest, but not by Black people. The reason you have an optic today of a beautiful, peaceful protest all over the country is because Black people didn't show up in mass. And if you don't understand that, And you think that we did it because we were hiding or because we didn't want to be bothered or because we didn't have a favor. We did it so that you could have an optic of a peaceful protest. So that you could get out of your comfort zone and finally get out there and do something without worrying about being attacked. Because if we were there, you would be attacked. That's how they treat us. That is how they've always treated us. And we have a problem if you can't understand that. I don't care what group you had in mind. They show up with tear gas, they show up with riot gear, and they show up ready to beat some ass. And that's how it is when we show up. And don't you dare, when my parents went through the civil rights movement, don't you dare talk about the civil rights movement where they beat the shit out of us, where they fire hosed us, and all we did was we're walking. We did sit-ins and they dragged us out. I never said protests don't work. What I said, you need to understand and listen to. If we're ever going to get through this, and now you're telling me protests work, we voted in mass for Kamala Harris. All right? So don't tell me about what we've been boycotting Walmart. We've been boycotting Target. We've been boycotting Starbucks since January. What have you been doing?
So the bitter truth is that if black people want to rest because they did what they had to do in November, why not give them space? Why keep on blaming them of the things that are happening in America? Why keep on blaming black people of the problems that you all joined forces and went ahead and voted for it? Why blame black people for all the deportation, for all the ICE raids, for all the detentions that are happening in the United States? Why blame black people for them not helping you? If they don't want to help you, why can't you help yourselves first? If they don't want to help you, why can't you leave black people alone? Let them rest. For the longest time, we've known black people have gone through very many unimaginable things during the protest that they've been trying to fight for every person's life in America. We've seen these black people are the people who are the most short when it comes to matters of protest. The white supremacist converts this protest and terms it as violent protest. Yet these protests, 92% of them, they are very, very peaceful. But because these people are against black people, they term the protests that black people attend to as violent. Now, black people are seeing this and they are saying, no, we are tired of providing human shields. We are tired of giving you enough bodies to carry. We are tired of protecting you from the bullets. We are tired of being called violent. We are tired of our protests being called riots instead of peaceful protest by these white supremacists. So, and again, we did what we had to do in November. We told you that these things were going to happen. We asked for your unity to elect for the right person. We asked for your unity to at least change this great country and make it great again. But again, you went ahead and killed the American dream using your votes. And now the American dream is experiencing its worst nightmare. All thanks to you who did not want to listen to us and went ahead and voted. And now you are suffering the consequences of your votes. And now you are starting to blame black people of not helping you, starting to call out black people of not uniting and coming to the street to protest with you, starting to blame and call out black people of not joining your protests. That cannot happen. Black people are resting. Black people are on a vacation. Black people are enjoying quality time with their families. Black people are fixing black problems. Black people are minding their own black businesses. Black people are minding their community, their relationship with God, their relationship with their partners, their relationship with their kids, and black people are minding their black businesses. So leave them alone. Leave these people to rest. Tell me what you think, guys.